that was going to be productive for us to live down here and live according to the word of God. Do you understand? See, but we get it twisted. We're so used to having dominion over each other. We're so busy in the church fighting over who's going to be in charge and who's going to be the president and who's going to preach. I'm the president. You ain't the president. I'm the vice president. And I'm in charge of this club and I'm in charge of that club. Who cares about what you're in charge of? You need to start going out of here being in charge of your own stock market, the stocks. And come on out here. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, let's be in charge of the stock market. And stop being in charge of each other. Let's take over Wall Street. Oh, y'all quiet in here. Let's take over the banks and let's start having our own credit union. Scream and say, dominion. Dominion. See? So here now, God says, I want you to have dominion over this power and authority. He now, listen to me, he now transfers his power and his authority to man. So the next verse says, so he created
man in his own image.
He created man in his own image.
In the image of God created him, male and female created he them.
He created them. Please, 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 please understand that the seed here was man. The seed was the gift of life. The seed. The seed. And he said that I'm going to give you life. Not only am I going to give you life, but I can't give you life without giving you power and authority. In other words, without giving you dominion. Oh, help me. Open your mouth and tell somebody you got dominion. You got dominion. Now here, God now establishes that I don't really want to have nothing to do with the world without you. He only transfers the authority and the power, and he gives it to man because he only want to operate through man to get to the world. I know y'all don't want to hear this morning. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you are God's only response to this world. God could have dealt with this world by himself, but he created man and he transferred dominion from himself to man so man can rule the world. And he said, I'll deal with the world through you. And for all these erroneous doctrines that's out here right now that said if there was a God, then why half the world and half the country is like it is? It ain't got nothing to do with God. God gave the power and the authority to man. If somebody over in Cambodia ain't eating, they're not eating because of us.
Come on here.
If there's anybody starving in Ethiopia, it is not God's fault, it's man's fault. Sit down. All of the money that we're spending to send troops over to Iraq, we need to send that money over to some starving kids. Oh, y'all ain't saying nothing. Scream it to them and say, man got the power, but man messed it up. God ain't no Indian giver. God ain't gonna give us dominion and then take it back. Take your seat. But he always had faith in his creation. Look at your neighbor and say, God always have faith in his creation. Come on, say that again. God always have faith in his creation.